there. Some Swim G. That's a good one. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And I want to talk to you today about a couple little things that might help you this spring. So when spring fishing gets here, what does that mean? Fish are more aggressive. Typically, water's warming. You know, I got a light flickering up there. That's annoying. Huh. Gonna have, what the heck? Shut that thing off. That's annoying me. There we go. So what does spring fishing mean? Typically, water's warming. Fish are getting more aggressive. The spawn's not too far out. And also means we're getting those April showers. So you're going to have some water fluctuation. So the water could be rising in places and then they're pulling the water back down, and all these things affect the fish, and they affect them in different ways. So on two separate trips over the last week or so, I have made to Rough River Lake in north central Kentucky. And on the first occasion, the water was starting to level off from recent rising. So typically what happens is as the water rises, those fish tend to follow it up. So they're following the water up. So based on the conditions for that day, we had bluebird skies, and I kind of felt like the fish would be up a little shallower in the flooded cover, but they would be tight to cover because of the bluebird skies. And so I chose to flip a jig and skip a Nico rig around to catch my fish. Didn't catch any big ones, but did catch some fish focusing around boat docks, but fishing the back side of the boat docks where those fish had some shade, but yet were still adjacent to that really shallow water. And the other trip that I made, the water was falling. And it was exact opposite day. We had a front moving through, we had cloud cover, had some wind, and it was just one of those days that you knew the fish should be feeding. But the water was dropping, and that was kind of counterproductive for, you know, that type of weather that we had. And what I found there was those fish that were up tight to the bank had now moved out. Now, they didn't move deep necessarily, but they had moved out. And they were on those isolated pieces of cover that are farther off the bank. But those are a couple things to pay attention to. Not only just because the water's rising doesn't mean the fish are going to be tight to the bank, or the water's falling doesn't mean they're going to pull way out off the bank or they're going to go deep. It just, things are going to change, but you have to factor the weather in. One of those days, bluebird skies. Water rising, still made that shallow water bite tough. The other day, perfect weather conditions, cloud cover, wind, ideal conditions, but the water was dropping, so therefore it was also counterproductive. So, but nonetheless, we caught a few fish, got some flipped in the boat, got the old skeeter carpet, got some fish slime on it, and we're ready to go. We're ready for things to break wide open here in the next couple weeks, and I really think they will. So watch these clips, guys, and hopefully this information will help you guys be better at your decision making on the water when you have rising and falling water. Presentation is everything. It just really depends on. There's one right there. Got it.
Okay.
Presentation is everything. So I figured out that these fish are not on the shade necessarily. They're just kind of out sunning themselves around the outside edge of the dock. Not big ones.
Is he fat?
Nah, little guy. Not big ones, but they're fun. There you go, good cast. And anytime you have any other structure around the dock, especially isolated wood, bush, anything like that, bigger piece of rock, those are also key areas. Sometimes those fish will move out from underneath the dock and get up on those other pieces of structure. And that's kind of what I'm looking at today.
We caught another 12-incher. I cast over the dock but came back just over the corner of it though.
I went to this dock because it's flat. Flatter bank. There's one.
Got him? Yep. Okay, well, Dad.
Definitely one though. Boom! Number one.
I haven't even caught the first bass of the year.
Just a little guy.
Alright, yeah. It's Nico time. It's time to rip out the bad baby. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look at there. Old swim jig. That's a good one. That's a good one. Old swim jiggy. Oh, there you go, fish. He's eating good. Starting to rain, guys. Getting ready to head in. Love this little swim jig. Black and blue. Got that Berkley meaty chunk on the back. Electric blue. When a lake is flooded, like this lake is right now, you really got to pay attention to your water level on the watermark on the trees. And I could see that that water was starting to drop a little bit more, and they've been dropping it for several days, but it's been dropping quite a bit fairly quickly. And I started to focus on the cover that was out off the bank a little bit farther, and that's where they were. Couldn't resist the old swim jigger. See if we can catch another.